So there comes a time in everyone's life when they meet their one true love, their soulmate, the person who's going to know and love them the rest of their life. That moment happened for Brian 22 years ago. My name's also Brian, and I met this Brian on the playground at Wyandotte Elementary School. So, I've known Brian longer than most people here today, except for his family, and to be called, or to be asked to be his best man was an honor for me. But it was also very honorable of him to finally show that I'm the best one. Before I say anything else, I want to thank both Cindy and Tim Stoviak. Where are you? Thank you so much. I mean, this is such a wonderful event, such a joyous occasion. You've just raised such a beautiful and amazing daughter in Stephanie. I also want to thank Carol and Jim for doing the best you can. Worked out, I guess. So growing up, Brian and I were very close. We spent a lot of time together. We played soccer in the backyard with all the neighbors. We played volleyball together. We played a lot of video games together. And we had a lot of things in common. But really, through the strength of our friendship, was definitely the fact that our families were so close. And our families had roots in the East Coast. And during the holidays, sometimes we would all stay home in Ohio, and the Petruzzis were our, extended relatives. And it introduced me to the best part about being friends with Brian, and that is his mother's Christmas Eve manicotti. If you haven't spent Christmas Eve with the Petruzzis, you're really missing it. As we grew up, our lives started going different ways. Brian went to Virginia Tech, and we hung out less often, but it didn't make the times that we hung out any less memorable. I remember specifically one time where I went to visit Brian in college, and he was very excited to introduce me to all of his friends. They're all great except for Nate. And he took me to a party, and we were at this party, and I can't make this up. Brian pointed from across the room, and he told me, he goes, "That girl over there is really cute." And I mean, who would have guessed that standing over here today, that same girl is here in Stephanie as his wife. I was really fortunate. I was able to see Brian shake off the nerves to talk to Stephanie for the first time. I was also fortunate enough to watch as their relationship grew over the years. And it wasn't easy. They lived in a bunch of different cities. Ever since Virginia Tech, they've really displayed their love through earning thousands of miles on Amtrak, on airlines. They lived in New Jersey, D.C., Virginia, Indiana, Texas, and Connecticut. So when they were able to finally, both land amazing jobs in New York, that's right. In DC, when they landed those amazing jobs and they're close to their families, I couldn't have been happier. Except really, I've watched them excel at everything they put their mind to over the past 7 years, and I've also seen them apply that same attitude towards the love that they share with each other. So it's an amazing thing. And Stephanie, I love hanging out with you. You're so great. So fun, and you definitely make Brian a better man. And there's one thing that I don't know if you know this, but when Brian talks to me about you, it's obviously clear that you're the most important thing in his world. And it's, it's a great thing to see. Brian, you're like a brother to me, and I'm gonna always strive to be great like you. And I'm just like, I'm really happy, couldn't be happier that you found your one true love, your soulmate, the one who's gonna know and love you the rest of your life. So I want to raise a toast.
Another toast.
For a long life of love and happiness. Love you guys. Cheers.